where people hunt. We have the lowest homicide rate in America. So my attitude is, let's have those federal laws, let's enforce every single one of them, and then let's every state make additional gun control as they see fit.
And gun control triggering some heat at last night's Democratic debate in Boston. Senator John Kerry of Massachusetts attacking Howard Dean, saying that Dean has been endorsed more by the National Rifle Association than the National Education Association. Kerry went on to say, yes, he's a hunter, but he says he makes a point of eating what he kills. Okay, how big a role does the gun issue play this time around? Joining us, Ryan Lizza, the associate editor at the New Republic, and also Alen Gottlieb, the chairman of Citizens Committee for the Right to Keep and Bear Arms. Good morning to you both. Ryan, let me start with you. Some people feel that Al Gore might have lost the oh-so-close election in part because of the gun control issue. Do you think that's true?
Yeah, I think among Democrats after the 2000 election, there was a consensus view that a bunch of states that should have been close and Gore maybe even should have won went to Bush because of the gun issue. And states like his home state of Tennessee, maybe, and states like West Virginia, which the Democrats have won for years and years. And the Democratic Party basically decided after 2000 that they were going to give up some of the rhetoric and the more stringent laws that they were pushing in 2000. And you don't hear any of these guys, not just Dean, but you don't really hear any of these guys talking about gun licensing or being too extreme on gun control anymore.
Alan, have you noticed that we've been hearing less on those topics?
Oh, most definitely, but quite honestly, I think it's camouflage. And what they're trying to do is hide their voting records and where they really stand on their positions. And gun owners and hunters know a lot about camouflage. It's to hide things, and they're hiding their truly true anti-gun agenda.
Well, who's hiding what? Who's hiding what, Alan, specifically?
Well, Kerry's a good example. You know, I eat what I kill. I'm a hunter. But let's take a look at his voting record. Has he ever voted once to protect gun rights? No, he's constantly voted to attack gun rights. So the truth of the matter is that when you look at their voting records, they're trying to hide it with camouflage by pretending they're pro-gun. But they're really not. If they really were, they'd sit down with gun rights activists, they'd sit down with various state rifle and hunting pistol associations, and they try to find out what it is why gun owners don't trust the Democratic presidential candidates. They're not doing that.
Ryan, what do you think about that? And again, that picture of Kerry with the hunting jacket, is that some sort of camouflage? Well, is he being disingenuous?
Look, I think some of these guys, you might look at their records, and they supported stuff in the past that gun owners might not like. But look at what they're proposing right now, and I would ask your guests, what are these candidates proposing that is extreme on gun control? As far as I can tell, their positions are not that much different than the president's. They want to renew the assault rifle ban. They may be in favor of small things like the gun show loophole, and they might, guys like Tom Daschle are even in favor of shielding gun manufacturers from liability. So I'd like to know what's the extreme agenda on the part of Democrats on gun control.
Well, Alan, are you saying that there is one, or that they're just sort of, well, as you said before, camouflaging their true feelings about the issue?
There's definitely an anti-gun rights agenda, but they're camouflaging. Senator Daschle knows he's in a tough re-election race, and as Senate Minority Leader, he could lose and be out of the U.S. Senate. And he doesn't want to lose those gun owner votes. So it's a game
whatever the reason is, though, his position is his position.
Well, let's take a look at his voting record, though. I mean, I really believe Daschle's supporting that bill for one reason only. So it can be used as a Christmas tree to hang anti-gun ornaments on it.
But isn't that good?
So they can try to add the assault and ban and strengthen it and ban more guns and add more regulations on gun owners when it comes to the floor. And it's the only reason why I really believe he's really supporting it.
Back to the presidential candidates, so and Ryan, back to you. Do you feel like there has been one candidate who has sort of broken through in some sense on this issue?
Well, I mean, Dean's the only guy that has a record of being supported by groups like the NRA. So, I mean, he's the one that's not backing down, and he's the one that's actually talking about guns in a way that may actually win back some of those Democratic voters who didn't vote for Gore strictly because of the gun issue.
Okay, let me get Alan's take on that. Do you think he might be able to do that? Because, I mean, he's been touting, Kerry used it as a negative, but Dean has been touting the fact that he's been endorsed by the NRA.
Yeah, but he's also speaking out of both sides of his mouth. While he's saying that publicly, if you go to his website and take a look at his positions on gun control, he's for all the federal anti-gun bills that are in Congress right now. So the problem is that it's trying to, one, talk to gun owners and bring them into their party, but at the same time they're worried about their anti-gun activists in their party, their base they don't want to lose.
Dean's not, as far as I know, Dean's not for the shielding gun manufacturers from liability.
Need to wrap it up here. Ryan Lizza is the associate editor at The New Republic, and also want to say thanks to Alen Gottlieb, the chairman of Citizens Committee for the Right to Keep and Bear Arms. Again, thank you both.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
President Bush signing a measure today banning partial birth